Hi, hello, and namaste. This is Naveen Kumar Merugu. Welcome back to Hotel and Hospitality. Composition and structure. The edible flesh of fish, like that of meat and poultry, consists of water, protein, fats, and smaller amounts of vitamins and minerals. Fish has a very little connective tissue, therefore it cooks quickly and naturally tender. Selection and purchasing of fish. Fish can be purchased in different forms from the market. Can be purchased fresh, frozen or canned. One has to consider fewer points before selecting a particular variety of fish. Fish, when purchased fresh, should have the following characteristics. Flesh. Firm flesh not separating from the bones indicates fish are fresh and have been handled carefully. Should be firm, translucent and resilient so that when pressed the impression goes quickly. It should not be limping. Odor. Fresh and mild. A fish just taken from the water has particularly no fish odor. The fishy odor becomes more pronounced with passage of time, but it should not be disagreeably strong when the fish are bought. Eyes. Bright, clear and full. The eyes of fresh fish are bright and transparent. As the fish becomes stale, the eyes becomes cloudy and often turn pink. When fish are fresh, the eyes often protrude, but with increasing staleness, the eyes tend to become sunken. Grills. Red and free from slime. The color gradually fades with age to a light pink, then grey and finally brownish or greenish. Skin. Shiny with color unfaded. When first taken from the water, most fish have an iridescent appearance. Each species has its characteristic markings and colors which fade and becomes less pronounced as the fish loses freshness. Selecting a shellfish. They should be purchased in a season as far as possible. They should be medium sized and of good weight. It is best to buy them alive, particularly crabs, oysters and lobsters. If they have died, the following precautions must be taken. The claws of crabs should be springy and not hanging down. The eyes should be bright. The tail of lobster should spring back when stretched out. Shrimp and prawns must be crisp. Oyster shells should be tightly closed. Buying frozen fish. Fishery products, those are sold in frozen form, generally packed in the seasons of abundance and held in cold storage until the distribution. Thus, the customer is given an opportunity to select different species of food throughout the year. High quality frozen products which are properly processed, packed and held at 0 degrees or below will remain in good condition for a relatively longer period of time. Frozen fish may be purchased in different market forms like whole, dressed, fillets, steaks, chunks and sticks. Frozen fish of good quality must have some of the characteristics. They are: flesh should be solidly frozen when bought. The flesh should have no discoloration or freezer burn. Virtually all deterioration in quality is prevented when fish are properly held in the frozen state. Frozen fish which have been thawed and then refrozen are poorer in quality. Odor. Frozen fish should have little or no odor. A strong fish odor means poor quality. Wrapping. Most frozen fillets, steaks, chunks, portions and sticks are wrapped either individually or in packages of various weights. The wrapping should be of moisture vapor proof material. There should be little or no air space between the fish and the wrapping. Buying canned fish. A wide variety of canned fish and specialty items are available in the market today. The abundant variety of canned fish available in the market are tuna, salmon, mackerel and sardine. Cleaning and dressing a fish. Most of the fish available in the market today are already cleaned, dressed, filleted or steaked. But having a fair idea about cleaning and dressing a fish is always good for us. Scaling. Wash the fish, place the fish on a cutting board and with one hand hold the fish firmly by the head. Holding a knife almost vertical, scrape off the scales, starting at the tail and scraping towards the head. Be sure to remove all the scales around the fins and head. Cleaning. With a sharp knife, cut the entire length of the belly from the vent to the head. Remove the intestines. Next, cut around the pelvic fins and remove them. Removing the head and tail. Remove the head and the pectoral fins by cutting just back of the collarbone. If the backbone is large, cut down to it on each side of the fish. Then place the fish on the edge of the cutting board so that the head hangs over, and snap the backbone by bending the head down. Cut any remaining flesh that holds the head to the body. Cut off the tail. Removing the fins. Next, remove the dorsal fin, the large fin on the back of the fish, by cutting along each side of the fin. Then give a quick pull forward towards head and remove the fin with the root bones attached. Remove the ventral fin in the same way. Never trim the fins off with the shears or a knife, because the root bones are at the base of the fins will be left in the fish. Wash the fish thoroughly in cold running water. The fish is now dressed or pan dressed depending on its size. Cutting steaks. Large sized dressed fish may be cut crosswise into steaks about an inch thick. Filleting. With a sharp knife, cut along the back of the fish from the tail to the head. Then cut down to the backbone just back of the collarbone. Turn the knife flat and cut the flesh away from the backbone and rib bones. Lift off the whole side of the fish or fillet in one piece. Turn the fish over and cut the fillet from the other side. Skinning a fillet. If you wish, you may skin the fillets. Place the fillet skin side down on a cutting board. Hold the tail end tightly with your fingers and with a sharp knife cut down through the flesh to the skin about ½ inch from the end of the fillet. Flatten the knife against the skin and cut the flesh away from the skin by sliding the knife forward while holding the tail end of the skin firmly between your fingers. Stay tuned and catch you soon with more interesting videos. Thank you and signing off.